Confirm to me. All of you get my voice on screen. Those are attending in online. Guys, please confirm to me. All of you get my voice on screen. Those are attending in online. Guys, please confirm to me. All of you get my voice on screen. Those are attending in online. Guys, please check it. All of you get my voice on screen. Those are attending in online. Guys, please confirm to me. All of you get my voice on screen. Those are attending in online. Guys, please confirm to me. All of you get my voice on screen. Those are attending in online. Right, sir. Now check the content here. What we completed there in the last session. No? Any idea? Sorry. Guys, please check the content. What we completed there in the last class. Right, sir. In the last class might be annotations here we are using there. Acha, fine. Then we have seen like what there. Declarative approach and programmatic approach. Both we have seen. Programmatic approach and declarative approach. Both the concepts here we completed, guys. Without using configuration file. How we are able to prepare? Yeah, how we are able to prepare Hibernate application. That part here we understood there. Now today we have to understand like what there composite case. Today we have to understand like what their composite case. What exactly the meaning of composite case? What we are able to understand the composite case, guys. That we have to understand there clearly. Okay, let's understand this clearly. What exactly the content is available there. That's in database related applications. In database related application, one key, that means one column. If we use one column as a primary key, then it may not be sufficient. Then it may not be sufficient. It may not be sufficient to provide uniqueness. It may not be sufficient to provide uniqueness for the records. Okay, there we have to use more than one column as a key, more than one column as a primary key, more than one column as what their primary key. For this we have to use composite key. For this we have to use what their composite keys. That's the requirement here we have to understand. Is that got my point or not? The composite key. Right. Just give me 1 minute of time. I'll come back now. Right, sir. Now here, what is the point I'm telling there? Composite keys in database related applications. If we use one or more number of primary key, if we use one column as a primary key, then it may not be sufficient to provide uniqueness for the records. There we have to use more than one column as a primary key. There we have to use more than one column as primary key. Also carefully, more than one column as a primary key. There we have to use. Get my point or not? So for this we have to use what their composite keys. There we have to use what their composite keys. Now this is what exactly the requirement of like what their composite keys now. Okay, right now. This is the point here we have to understand there clearly. Next one is after that, what next one here we have to do there after understanding this now. How we are able to declare composite keys in our applications now. How it is possible there now. Right, sir. I'll give clarity now. Okay. Right, sir. How it is possible to prepare composite case care? Understand it now. To prepare composite keys, we have to use the following databases. We have to use what the following database. Following database. We have to use the following query at the database. How we are able to prepare this query there actually? That query will be like what there? Have to carefully guess SQL create table. SQL create a table. Right, sir. Create a table. EMP10 or something else, no? ENO number, ename, varchar 2 of 10, something else. Number might be some 5. Then what next one here? ESAL, float of 5, something else. EADDR, something else like what there? Varchar 2 of 10, comma. We have tried like what the primary key of ENO comma ename. Like this here we have to provide. Guys, understand this clearly what I'm telling to you. Primary key of like what there ENO and ename. Like this here we have to do. Separately here we have to provide like what their primary key. Separately here we have to provide like what their primary key. Observe carefully. So then only here we are able to create more than one key, more than one column as what their key. We can understand clearly. Then after that, after completion of this particular one, other thing is like what I'm telling to you in Hibernate applications here, what we are able to do now. In a Hibernate application, what we have to do to manage to provide composite keys in Hibernate applications to provide composite keys in Hibernate applications. Then we have to provide composite keys in Hibernate applications. Then what we have to do there? Then we have to use. Then we have to use the following configurations in a mapping file. In which file here we have to provide all the configurations, guys? Now tell me, in a mapping file only here we are able to provide all the configurations. Okay, now let's understand this now. How we are able to provide this? Yeah, right. So now let's observe carefully what we are able to provide there. The content now. Now, like what we have to provide there, observe carefully. First of all, Hibernate mapping. Inside this Hibernate mapping, right. Inside this, then what we have to provide there? There we have to provide class tag. Class tag here we are able to get. Now inside this class tag here, name is equal to, say for example, employee is a name here, fully qualified name here we have to provide. Table is equal to emp10, something else here we are able to provide. Okay. Slash what we are able to provide there, class tag. Inside the class tag here, what we are able to provide there, observe carefully. Now here we need to provide like what there, composite ID here we have to provide. Composite ID tag here we have to provide. In place of this ID tag, we have to provide like what there, composite ID slash composite ID. Okay. Then after this, after understanding this composite ID like this now, composite ID here we are providing it. Then what next one here? Whenever we are getting this composite ID, then inside this composite ID here we have to provide like what there, key property here we have to provide. What we have to provide there, key property. Key property here we have to provide name is equal to key property name is equal to what we have to provide there, then property name. Say for example, property name here we have to provide. Then after this column, something else here we have to provide. Like this here we can repeat any number of times now. We can repeat here. Any number of times here we have to repeat that composite case. Okay. So here the point is like what I'm telling there. We are able to prepare any number of case here inside this composite case. Okay. Now this is what exactly the configuration here we have to provide. Right. Yes. All of you understand this clearly. Now let's see an example here on the base of this. This is in the case of like what I'm telling to you. XML configurations here now. If you want to declare composite keys in annotations, we don't have any separate annotation here. Simply we have to use like what there, @ID annotation in more than one. @ID annotation here we have to provide in more than one column. Then automatically more than one ID property. Then automatically we are able to like what there, composite keys only. Now let's see one example. If you see automatically we are able to get some clarity. Now try to understand this clearly. Right, all of you observe carefully. Now okay, let me open my database here. MySQL database. Okay. No. What sir? What is the shortcut here to clear the screen? What we have to use? Okay, no. Anyway, no problem. Then let me check this. Use Durga DB. Then show tables. What tables here we are having it? Okay. Right. Now here we are getting the tables. Now I want to create EMP10 table. Create a table EMP10 where ENO int of 5, comma ename char of 10, comma esal the float of 5, comma eadtr char of 10, comma primary key of ENO, comma ename. Right. Warning is not at all important for us. Commit here. Commit here we performed here. Now it is available. Okay. Now here we are getting the point tag exactly here. Now here we make ready our database here. That's okay, fine. Then after that, what next one here I'm telling there after completion of this. Okay. Understand this clearly. I need to prepare right. I need to prepare one application there. Now try to understand how we are going to prepare this application here. File, new project. Let me open the location here. Mhm. Guys, then what application? I think so. We are not using this, right? I open at 10 a.m. Only Eclipse applications here we are using the right. IntelliJ IDEA we are not using. Leave it. Then I need to use like what there Eclipse. Right, sir. Very soon I will introduce even this IntelliJ IDEA also. The next examples we are going to see that Eclipse. Okay. Right, sir. Wait for a moment of time. Let it come. Right, sir. Let me prepare some other project. No. New Java project here we are preparing it. Not like Java project here we have to prepare like what the Maven project, new others. Right. Now here we have to prepare like what the Maven project. Okay. That's this archetype, no? ABP12. And then it's okay. Then click on finish button. Let it download. Right. Here we are getting pom.xml file. In pom.xml file, here what we are doing there. First here we have to provide, we have to change, we have to provide Java version here. How we are able to provide the Java version here? Also carefully, Maven dot Maven dot what next one here? Compiler dot source 1.17. Right. This one is like what then? Maven dot compiler dot target 1.17. That will be provided. That's okay. Now let us update this. Okay. Right click on project, Maven, update project. Okay. Right. So now here what we are providing there. Right. Here we are getting this what version here 17. That's okay. Here we have to provide like what there all dependencies here we have to provide. Already I got the dependencies here. Understand the dependencies here. Right. Right. And Java system. Okay, fine. These dependencies are available. Right. So all dependencies here we are getting. Try to recognize it. MySQL and as well as Java system and everything. Every dependency here we are getting that. That's okay, fine. Now let me prepare this what there. Now okay. New, then here I need to take what there a class. A package can I need to take first of all. Okay, fine. Package dot entities. Okay. Insert this entities package now and to prepare an employee class. Click on finish here. Insert this employee class here. What we have to take there. Right. Here now what we have to provide there, private into envo, private string ename, private float ecell, private string edit here, source, generate getters and setters, select all, generate. Right. Like this here we are having this one. After completion of this particular one, then what next one here we are able to do there. Okay. Then next one is like what there, mapping file here we have to prepare. So to prepare this mapping file here, what we have to know, right click on it, new source folder, resources. Right. So inside this resources here, what we are able to get there, you have to prepare an XML file, Right. So XML file name here, what we have to provide there. Name of the XML file will be like what there, employee dot hpm dot xml. Finish. Okay. Now here we are getting like what there after this. Hibernate mapping file. Right. Now here we have to copy like what there. This total content here. Let me copy this. Like this. We provided this part here. Now here what we have to provide there after this. Now here we need to provide mapping details. Hibernate mapping. Inside this here we have to provide like what there, class name is equal to, here we have to provide com dot durgasoft dot app12 dot entities dot employee, table is equal to emp10. Inside this, then what we have to provide there, in place of id tag, what tag here we have to provide there, in place of id, then tag should be like what there, composite id here we have to use. Guys, what we have to provide there, composite id. Whenever we are using composite id, now inside this, what we have to provide there, next one, after this composite id, there we have to go for like what there, like a key property. Name is equal to envo, key property name is equal to envo, then where what we have to provide, column is equal to, sorry, column is equal to envo. Similarly, another one is like what there, what I'm telling you, key property name is equal to ename, column is equal to ename. That's it, guys. Now these two things can be provided again. Then after that, after completion of this one, normal properties can we have to declare as this. Property name is equal to user, property name is equal to ELTL. Both of them here we are able to get. Okay, fine. This is clearly like what the mapping file here we are getting. Right after this clearly. After understanding these points here, after completion of this, now here I want to go for like what is the main application there. What is this main application here now? App.java. Insert this app.java here, what we are providing there. Leave this. Now insert this, then what I am telling there after completion of this. Say for example, first of all, I want to prepare configuration object. Configuration is equal to new configuration object I created here. Then after this configuration object, configuration dot add property. It's available. Set property. Set property. Here we can use this set property method here. We have to provide. What is this set property method here? You can understand. No. Hibernate dot connection dot driver underscore class. Then what is the property here we have to provide there? That will be like further com dot mysql dot cj dot jdbc dot driver. Configuration dot set property. Here what we are able to get there? Hibernate dot connection dot URL. Now we have to provide like further jdbc colon mysql colon slash s localhost colon 3306 slash durga db. Okay, semicolon is required. After that, after completion of this particular one, then what next one here? Next one is like what there? Configuration dot set property hibernate dot connection dot username. Here we have to provide like what there root. Next one after that, configuration dot set property. Okay, set property hibernate dot connection dot hibernate dot connection dot. Then what we are able to get here? Password. What is the password here? We are providing there no root. Right, yes. The root is the password here. We are providing. Now try to understand it clearly. Then after that, configuration dot set property hibernate dot dialect. Now the dialect will be like what there? Org dot hibernate dot dialect dot mysql dialect. Then after that, configuration dot add resource. That full name here we have to provide. Copy. Right. So all my configuration details are provided here. Now this is Java configuration here. What I provided here. Instead of taking an XML file, now this we provided here Java configurations directly. Okay. After this Java configurations here, then what next one here? And we need to prepare like what object here now? Right. Here what we have to prepare there? Session factory object here we have to prepare. Session factory is equal to configuration dot build session factory. Whenever we are building session factory, now here we have to get like what the session factory. Session is equal to session factory dot open session. After getting this open session, what next one get we are getting there? Right. After getting this, then what next one here we have to get there? We need to get transaction object also. Transaction is equal to session dot begin transaction. Here we have to use it. Then let me create an object. What object here we have to create there? Right. Observe carefully. Now after that we need to create employee object. Employee is equal to new employee. Let us provide this employee object like what there some data here. Employee dot job set envo 111 employee dot job set e name AAA. Next one employee dot job set e cell 5000 employee dot job set e edit like this here we provided this data. Right. Okay. Then what we have to do there after getting this one, here we have to save this one. Session dot save of employee. That's session dot save of employee. Then what we have to do there transaction dot commit. Transaction dot like further commit operation here we are getting it. After getting this, just I want to display the value system dot out println of employee inserted successfully. Employee inserted over there successfully. Right, guys. Now this is what exactly the program here we provided here. We can close like what there session dot close. Next one is session factory dot close. Session dot close. Then after that, what next one here? Session factory dot close. Right. Okay. Right. Then after that, we have to run this example. Right, sir. What rows? What we have to check there? Line number 8 where? Line number 12, no? What is there? What is the problem? Uh-huh. Acha, acha, okay, fine. Driver class. Right. Yeah, it's okay, fine. Right, so now let me execute this program. Okay? If I execute this here, it has to store the data into the database table. We are getting an exception here. Mapping not found. Not required to use this much content. I think so. That's enough. Yeah, this is one point here I'm telling. There composite keys must implement serializable interface here. In the bean here, we have to implement what the serializable law. Then it is mandatory condition, guys. Then composite keys must implement in what the serializable. Okay, right. Then we are able to get output. Successfully inserted there. In the database, we can identify this. Then what exactly the query here we are getting? No, select a star from EMP or like what there. Then we created. No, one record is inserted. You now observe carefully. In the same program, I'm going to provide the same data. 111 same key I want to provide there, but PPP I want to provide. Now it will be like what the 6000 and some value here I want to provide like what the Chennai. Okay. Understand this, no? But key is that means ENY value is same, but ENA value is different here. We can observe clearly how this ENY value is provided like this, how this ENY value is the same, how this ENA value is going to be different here. That we have to understand clearly. Okay. See this. Now let me execute this. Inserted successfully. There we can see two records here we are getting 111 AA BBB. Now this is 111 AA is one unique, 111 BB is another unique. Now try to understand it here. Now I want to go for like what there another example now. I want to go for like what there 222. Here I want to use like what there AA. Okay, 222 and AA. Here I want to use this. Let me execute this. Inserted successfully. Okay. Right. Sir. Now okay, one more thing. 222 is okay. BBB here I want to provide there. Here we are getting output like this. Right. So now this is exactly the meaning of like what they composite keys. Then now we are able to provide this composite keys. Now here if we provide output like this. Here we are able to get something else like what there values we are getting now. Observe carefully. Now this is 1 1 A one thing, 1 1 1 B B B. Another one 2 2 2 A is one thing and 2 2 B B is what. So in that way here we are able to provide like what are all the uniqueness here we are able to put on the base of the two case. Uniqueness here we are able to put on the base of like what the two case. Observe carefully. Okay. Understand clearly? Right now, this is what you are having the total content here now, right? Next one after completion of this. Right, guys. Now this is the meaning of like what there composite case. No, then next I want to go for like what there Google Drive already this material is available. 1 minute, 1 minute. I think already I given link for it, right? Yeah, this link you can use. Yeah, no exception we are getting there. Same combination if we insert no, there we are able to get that exception. Same combination, as is combination if we provide there we are able to get that directly. Sure. Okay. And the link, Junish, now observe carefully. I'm sending that link to you now. Try to take it. Rather than if you want to check it now, see, observe this clearly. Already this record is available. Once again, if I execute this one, we are able to get an exception. Yeah, see this one. Integrity constraint exception here, we are able to get duplicate entry. Constraint violation exception here, we are getting there. Okay. That's it. That's all, guys. Now that's all for today. Then tomorrow, uh, I'll go for some other content. Now I want to take like what is Springer class. Try to understand it. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thanks a lot.